Howdy everyone, I hope you're having a good day today. This is Sky Hurricane, and it's been a little while since I've had a video like this, because, but I feel like, I don't know, it's been laid upon my heart to express my thoughts about this presidential election, because it's pretty scary. I mean, the prospects are pretty scary. So I'll just get straight to the point. Which is the lesser of two evils? Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? I mean, from my thoughts in this video, don't take anything to heart or anything, because I am not the expert, obviously. You should always, it's like I tell my students at school, I teach 6th grade, you should always look at several sources. Don't just pick the source that you like, but you should always look at multiple sources, and get a good broad general view of what the situation is. But I will tell you what I think, and which doesn't amount to a hill of beans, but I'll tell you what I think, and it's really I mean, I just don't know. It doesn't look too good, to be honest. Well, I'm thinking that Hillary Clinton, she is so corrupt. She's your typical politician, and that's one reason that she is. That's one reason she's so unpopular. She's your typical politician. She and Bill Clinton have done speeches, and they've been paid, $200,000 or more for each speech. We should not have money in politics. That shouldn't be a thing. I mean, you should not get paid $200,000 for a speech. I'm sorry, but there's so many people. There are so many people in this country that are not having their needs met, and then you're receiving this. Then of course there's Benghazi. There's also all this emails. I mean, thousands and thousands of emails, over 30,000, that are in question. But the FBI, they've been combing through all this, and they can't find anything really to convict her on. I mean, but they've been trying, and now the case has been brought back. And I mean, is there a thing there, or is there not? I mean, if there wasn't, then why bring it up? Well, they apparently brought it up. Of course, it's almost like a double standard, because at the same time, they've also determined that Trump has very close ties with Russia. Very, very close ties. But they won't bring that out. But they brought this little bit about this Anthony Weiner guy, and don't even get me started on him, but him and Hillary. So, and they can't find anything there on Hillary. But it just, it's like you see somebody get pulled over on the side of the road, and you just think, oh, that person had to have done something wrong. Oh, stupid person. It's like that. But I mean, you see Hillary under FBI investigation, she has to have done something wrong. Well, she might have, but then again, maybe she didn't. I mean, they cannot find anything. That being said, Hillary is pretty corrupt. The Clinton Foundation and all this money they've taken in, just paid speeches. Also, on the other side of the spectrum, the Clinton Foundation has done a lot of good things. Helped a lot of kids around the world, and fighting the HIV/AIDS epidemic, and it's just something you should look into. They have done some good, but at the same time, they've done some very crooked acts. So I'm thinking if Hillary Clinton does get the presidency, I'm thinking it would be a continuation of Obama, pretty much. Probably not as good. I know a lot of people really strongly dislike Obama. I do not like the Obamacare. I think it was not a very good plan at all. It just really didn't work. Universal health care. I mean, it's good for people at the bottom, but people in the middle class like myself, it's not good for. Because, I mean, because people are being forced to get insurance companies, they can hike the prices up substantially, And also, somebody has to pay for all these people at the bottom that aren't having to pay for insurance. So it really hurts the middle class, the working class. It really hurts them. Now, I don't know if we should completely do away with Obamacare, but I think it should definitely be revamped and changed substantially. Of course, I'm not the person to tell you a plan on that or not. I don't have a plan for it. It's not my job to find a plan for it. But I just think that with some changes, it could be better. That being said, Obama hasn't been that bad of a president. I mean, yes, our country could go through a lot of improvement, but I love the country I live in. I don't think we need change. I don't think we need that much change, and Donald Trump is definitely your change candidate. He is proposing change. Now, if it were just change and it were good change, I would say go for it, But we definitely do have a problem with immigrants. There does need to be, I would say, a little stricter. But just shipping everybody back, shipping everybody over, getting rid of Muslims. I mean, all these radical ideas. Of course, Trump has flip-flopped on so many things. It's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then he flip-flops. And he's flip-flopped on the immigration. He's flip-flopped on Muslim ban. I don't even know. I'm just saying that you should look into it yourself. You should look at multiple sources. I'm thinking his tax policy in itself, you might think he vows to lower taxes across the spectrum. Okay, so let's think about that a moment. It sounds like a pretty good idea. It really does. Lower taxes. Heck, I like that idea. I have several $100s each month taken out of my check for taxes. So, yeah, it sounds good. But think about this. If Trump's plan is really not lowering it on the middle class like me or the lower class, that's what people don't understand. They're like, lower taxes, that sounds good. That sounds great. And it does. It sounds pretty darn good. But when you look into the deep heart of the plan, it's only going to lower the taxes on the top percent. The big businesses, the rich like himself, it's going to lower taxes on them. Hillary Clinton, she's planning on raising taxes. Oh, that sounds so horrible. Raise taxes. It does sound horrible. But she's raising taxes on people that make more than $1 million a year. So if you make less than $1 million a year, which is most of the population, that's not going to affect you at all. As a matter of fact, if you make more than $1 million a year, you need to pay more taxes, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to hate me on this, but you need to pay more taxes. You do not need $1 million a year to live off of. I live quite comfortably for my low salary teaching position. I live comfortably with a good budget. I can get by fine. Sometimes they're a little hard, but you can get by. With planning but I couldn't imagine $1 million a year. I don't need $1 million a year. If you make that much, you should have taxes raised on you. Donald Trump, he's going to lower taxes on those. His idea is that if he lowers taxes on the rich, the extremely rich, and the huge businesses, that it will initiate them to create more jobs and hire more people. Now, that's not what's going to happen. His plan, the plan he is proposing, has been done in the past. It's been executed and everything, and that is not what happens. That's not what's happened in the past anyway. What always happens is that those richer people that the taxes get lowered for, they pocket it. They pocket it. So, I'm not bashing Donald Trump. I'm not bashing Hillary Clinton. I will tell you that I'm probably going to vote for Hillary Clinton. I hadn't voted yet. Even though I am more conservative, I cannot stand. I don't like the idea. I mean, there are a lot of Democratic proposals that I don't really like. I am more of a conservative, I guess you could say, but the way the Republican Party has been acting, I'm trending more Democratic because, I mean, some of the things that is going on just blows my mind. Over the last, 12 to 16 months, it's just been apocalyptic, But abortion, I mean, it's my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not right. I mean, this is just strictly my opinion. But, I don't really like the idea of abortion. But I think that should be the choice of the woman or the lady, that is considering that. I mean, I think that they should be educated on all the ramifications of whatever they choose to do. I think they should be educated on it. I mean, that's their own body. I can't stand the idea of taking a life, but then again, at the same time, the Republicans, which are anti-abortion, I should say, they're pro-gun. Well, that's another thing, the Second Amendment. Hillary is not wanting to take out the Second Amendment. She wants to just put some stricter guidelines so that not anybody can get a gun. Because the way it is now, any silly, crazy person can get a gun. I mean, there should be some stricter guidelines on that. She's not wanting to abolish the Second Amendment, but I mean, I'm sure any sane person would agree that not everybody needs a gun. I mean, I even think some days I don't need a gun. I mean, but it's just, I mean, Donald Trump really, his arguments just really have no ground to stand on. And if you really delve into, this is just my opinion, if you delve into the facts, if you look at all the different angles, not just Fox News, not just the Young Turks, you got to look at all of them. MSNBC, NBC, look at everything. And, make up your mind for yourself. Do you want somebody in the White House in charge of this country that said they are going to jail their opponent? They're going to put their opponent in jail. Just like a dictator would in a third world country. I mean, that is what a dictator would do, y'all. And he has also said that he will not, he may not, it depends on how it goes. If he wins, he'll accept. If he doesn't win, he'll tell us at the time. He'll keep us in suspense. I mean, that's a third world country dictator. And I just don't know, y'all. I can't imagine the road our country would go down. And I also think, some of Hillary's proposals, which I never finished my thought on abortion, but, I hate, I don't like the idea of aborting a, completely developed baby, But at the same time, I don't want somebody that has all these qualities of a crazy dictator that is so self-centered and has been pocketing his own campaign money that people have been giving him. I just can't. He's going to jail his opponent. He won't agree with the election turnout. His ties with Russia. He says it's okay. You can do whatever you want to a woman because you're rich and famous. You can grab them wherever. You can just grab them. I mean, I don't know, y'all. if feel free to share your thoughts below. Please make a constructive criticism. Don't come out across as hateful, and I'm sure some people will. But if you're for Donald Trump, nicely explain why. If you're for Hillary Clinton, nicely explain why. The lesser of two evils, well, they're both evil. They both are evil. And I just don't see, though, I'm a Christian myself. I don't see how any Christian can vote for Donald Trump. To me, that would be the most hypocritical thing. Voting for Hillary Clinton is not much better. But voting for Donald Trump, he is the epitome of everything I despise as a Christian. I love everybody. And I really do. I even love Donald Trump. In a way. I think he should go back to business, not to politics. But everything that Jesus says in the Bible, that you should love everybody, no matter the skin color. Jesus does not care about somebody's skin color. Trump is backed by the KKK, and he will not even denounce it. I mean, if you are African American, or if you are Christian, or if you are Latino, I just don't see how your good interests really are in Donald Trump's heart. I just don't see it. But, like I said, I don't know anything. It's just my thoughts, y'all. It's been pressed upon my heart. I feel like I had to say something. And so, that's all I got. Hope you have a super awesome, blessed day, y'all. And whatever you do, stay awesome. Get out there and vote on November 8th. Goodbye, my friends.